So God created the universe, and He made everything to be an illusion. Now, I will explain further what I mean. So, let's say you are in adolescence, you're a teenager in high school, and you have posters in your bedroom, you have posters on your wall of bands, like popular bands of today, like Nicki Minaj or Lil Wayne, and you are into that kind of hip hop music, and you aspire to be a rock star or a rap star. That's where you're at. You haven't yet made it to the limelight. And see, if you go to school like Berkeley University and take a a music class to learn about the music industry, you will find out how the business works. Then you will realize that it's not what you think it was, and that it takes a lot of hard work, and it takes certain actions on your part, and it takes a little luck. So let's say you're lucky, and you have the knowledge, you have the know-how, and you have enough talent and creativity or music ability, and let's say you make a demo album, and let's say you do a show, and let's say you you make it to the top eventually, and you're famous, and you're the next Cardi B, you know. But this is what I want to say is that if you go back, well, I'm sorry. Let me just continue what I was going to say. I'm sorry. So let's say you make it to the top, you're the next Cardi B, and you do it for years, and you try it out. It's not going to satisfy you because it's merely money and fame and a career, and it's just part of the world. It doesn't make anyone happy. You know what I mean? If you are mentally sick, like you have schizophrenia or bipolar, or like a severe mental illness, or even depression or anxiety, and it's even possible with people without mental illnesses. But I want to make a point is that let's say you're schizophrenic and you make it to the top, and you know, you have it together. And let's say you take meds and see a therapist, and you have it together enough to do it. It's just not going to make you happy. And, you know, if you go on tour and then come back home, you know, at first all your aunts and uncles and they'll be excited for you, but after a while it'll just be like, well, you know, there's Sally, the next, you know, she's a, you know, musician, and I don't know. It's just so. This is what I want to say is that let's say you yourself don't feel satisfied. Like, no, I'm not just me saying it, but let's say you don't feel satisfied. You feel dissatisfied with the industry, and you feel like this isn't what I thought it was going to be. So this is my point: is that if you go back to when you were in adolescence and you had posters of Nicki Minaj on your wall and Lil Wayne on your wall, and you thought, oh, that was going to make me happy. See, it didn't, and you even had doubts back then that it wasn't going to make you happy, and look, it didn't. So this is my question: is why did God create the whole world to be like this? Why is everything like this? Okay? And I can just hear now Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on my door and telling me, oh, Jehovah didn't do that, you know. There's a new system, there's a new world where everything will be paradise. But that paradise will be an illusion too. I'm not saying it won't physically exist. There'll be palm trees and parrots and pineapple and flora and all that. I'm sure it'll exist and it'll be beautiful. But it's not gonna, that in and of itself will never satisfy you, you know, if you're mentally sane. So it's like you gotta be crazy for things to work. And I think Holy Spirit, because I do believe in Christianity, like, you know, I believe in Jehovah's Witness theology. I am a Jehovah's Witness, basically. I don't go door to door, but I believe in their teachings. And I informally witness to people sometimes, but I don't, I'm not like knocking on doors right now. But anyways, um, like, if you have Holy Spirit, it makes life more interesting and happy and everything. But I have schizophrenia, and my delusions are triggered by spirituality and religion. So even Holy Spirit, when Jehovah gives me Holy Spirit, it gives me like bad thoughts, like psychotic thoughts that just disturb me. I won't say what they're about, but they're just bad thoughts. And it pisses me off. Like, why would God do that to me? And it's like, see, no one's going to have any sympathy for me because they don't give a crap. It's not happening to them. It's not happening to you. So you don't give a crap. But what if it happened to you? What if you had schizophrenia and you couldn't even enjoy life because anytime you prayed for Holy Spirit, it made you think about like hurting yourself or something like that. And then people are going to say, oh, you have a demon. I don't have a demon. I have a mental illness. You can look it up. It's called schizophrenia. It's a psychotic disorder. It's a brain disease, actually. And it's genetic. It's in our DNA. It's in my DNA. So anyway, why is life an illusion? You know, life is just a friggin' illusion. You know, because you thought, you know, when you became the next Cardi B, you were going to be happy. Like when you're in your bedroom doing your homework, listening to Nicki Minaj on the radio, looking at your poster of Lil Wayne, you thought, oh, I'm going to grow up and it's going to make me happy. Which is what you should think. You should think that. That's like healthy. But it doesn't. And let me think of other examples. Like, it's called Maya in Indian philosophy, in the Vedic teachings. It's called Maya. It's the illusion of the world, that the world is not as it appears to be, or as it on the surface. The world is not as it appears on the surface. It's different. There's energy behind appearances, you know, and the appearances fade away and wilt like a flower and die. But the spirit is eternal because it comes from heaven, you know. But everything comes from heaven. Like all the flowers and everything are just physical matter, and matter is just spirit, like frozen. So I just feel gypped off, or gypped. I feel like God just gypped me when He created me and gave me schizophrenia, you know. And then people will say, "Oh, He didn't create." Like my aunt's a Jehovah's Witness, and she's like, "Jehovah didn't create schizophrenia." I'm like, "Well, how did it happen?" She's like, "It just happened. It's just part of nature." And I'm like, "Oh, are you serious? Like, you gotta be more intelligent than that." I told her that. I'm like, think more intelligently about that. She like hung up on me. This is a phone conversation I had with her a while ago. We're cool now. We're on good terms. But yeah, like, anyway, like, um, it's like, I just feel so ripped off, you know? And I just feel like God is like evil. You know, because he gave me schizophrenia. I didn't deserve that. You know the reason, the divine, legal, just reason why it's okay for God to do that to me? Because I ate the forbidden fruit in paradise, you know, because I ate a piece of fruit. So I have to suffer and you know, hurt my whole family gets hurt by it, and I get this disease because Adam ate an apple. Don't you think that's fucking ridiculous? And as people would say, well, don't believe in it. That's ridiculous. Why do you believe that? You know, they would basically invite me to become an atheist. But I believe it. I think it's true. I think it's just horrible. I think the truth is horrible. That's what I think. And, you know, I could go to parties, I could smoke weed, I could drink, I could get laid. I could distract myself from my pain and from this existential theological stuff, you know? But it's just like a temporary distraction, and then I'll come back home and have to deal with it. But it never goes away either. So I'm just very like appalled at existence because everything is vanity and a striving after the wind.